Here we are going to revise linear equations, solving linear equations using matrices. So first and foremost, we have to make a matrix equation. So here's the matrix equation. We make a 2 by 2 with the coefficients 3, 2, 4, and 3. We make a column matrix with the variables x and y. And we make a column matrix with the constants 11 and 16. So now we have to find the inverse now of the 2 by 2. Okay, the 3, 2, 4, 3, we have to find its inverse. Okay, bear in mind our answer must be x equal 1, y is equal to 4. So let us try to prove this. Now let's find the inverse of this 2 by 2 matrix. So the inverse of the 2 by 2 is the adjoint over the determinant. The adjoint, you have to swap the elements of the leading. So 3 and 3 swap. As you can see, they are both 3, so there's no real change. And you have to change the sign of the non-leading. So a 4 becomes a negative 4, and a 2 becomes a negative 2. And the determinant, now you have to find the product of the leading, 3 times 3, subtract the product of the non-leading, 4 times 2. And that should give us, what is that, 8. So 9 minus 8, that should be 1. So there's an error. So the determinant must be 1. That's 9. Subtract 8 is 1. So there's an error there. So pause the video and involve yourself in the participation, the resolving of the question. So therefore, the error has been rectified. So therefore, the determinant is 1. Now, when you divide in by 1, your values do not change. So therefore, now the inverse is 3, negative 2, negative 4, and 3. So now we have to multiply the inverse now to the column matrix with the constants. So this inverse matrix here is 3, negative 2, negative 4, 3. We have to multiply it to 11, 16. That's the next step. So now when we multiply the inverse to the column matrix of the constants, here we know to multiply matrices, rows by column. That first row times the column. You only have one column for the second matrix. So 2 rows and 1 column. So now 3 times 11 plus minus 2 times 16. And then for the second row, for that very same column, minus 4 times 11 plus 3 times 16. And when we simplify this, we get 1 over 4. All right. So now we're going to equate the column matrix of the variables to our answer right here, to the 1 and the 4. Now we have equated the XY column matrix to the answer we have gotten, the product. We can now clearly see that X is equal to 1 and Y is equal to 4.